Hi everybody, my name is Jaden,
I'm Yah.
I'm Jason.
I'm Caden.
and we are the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel.
And we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us. We are deep into our book of Revelations, and we thank you guys so much for being a part of this little itty bitty tiny reading. And we hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We hope you guys are having a wonderful week. And let us get into, first of all, I'm going to do a little bit of reading speculation. Actually, I have two of them. One with Brother Glenn, and then we have another Richard B., who tossed in some stuff, and I want to see what you guys think of this right here. Now, yesterday we read stuff. We absolutely have zero idea what a lot of it means, and so I knew we would have a lot of people that were weighing in on this and seeing as far as speculation goes. And so this is what Richard B. says. During the time of sorry guys, and that's the dogs are just really noisy and they like blow their nose and do all sorts of crazy stuff all the time. Okay. Here's what he says. During the time appointed the pagan papal church. All right, we are so sorry about that, guys. That is life with 10 pit bulls and somebody outside shooting something or is going crazy way early in the morning. Okay, so here we go. Let's try this again. During the time appointed that pagan papal church ruled the world. And again, guys, this is speculation. We don't know. There's going to be two different ideas of what last chapter was about. And so we just want to throw out some of the speculation that people have had. And again, this we don't know. The thing about Revelation is it gives us an idea, but until this stuff comes to pass, we will have absolutely no idea. And so these guys will speculate as well. And again, this is not like doctrine. This is not nothing more than we're simply just reading other people's viewpoints on this whole thing. So here it is. During the time appointed that pagan papal churches ruled the world, the woman, or bride of Christ, did flee into the wilderness. 1260, so 1,260 years they survived with just scraps of writing for the word, but they stayed true to Jehovah commandments through all the persecution. French General Berthier ended up cutting off the head of the Pope at that time. Papal pagan Rome ruled from 536 to 1796, at which time he was wounded in the head. Most of this period was known as the Dark Ages, even though they went around the world trying to Christianize the nations. Revelation 13 gives you a pretty good description, however. However, we can follow the time periods. In Revelation 17:11, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and that goeth into perdition. Okay, Daniel wrote of four beasts that ended with Rome. Since Rome, there was the French, 5, Spanish, 6, English, 7, and America, 8 of the 7, but not only of the 7. From the 7th in 1611, when the Pilgrims landed here, all of these nations were under papal rule. That is why I don't claim the title Christian. I believe it makes a mockery of Jehovah's Son. And I almost forgot, just like Rome, we have a Senate. Our nation's capital sits on 7 hills, lots of similarities. I think outside the box, too many people believe in the traditions of men. Shalom, shalom. So that's one. And again, this is merely speculation. And then we have Brother Glenn. He throws in this one, and let's read this. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, persecuted by the dragon, and the woman is protected by Yah in a prepared place for 1,260 days. This helps us to understand with certainty that the woman is Israel and not Mary. Okay, so that's the first we've heard of that. Now, that's interesting, right? And we haven't heard this. And again, we don't know if this is true. This is more speculation as well from Brother Glenn. And so these are schooled or educated folks that are giving us their viewpoints on this. Okay, so here we go. War broke out in heaven. At the midpoint of the Great Tribulation, Yah will turn the tide against Satan, first in heaven, then on earth. A battle will take place that will deny Satan access to heaven. Some say Michael must be Yahushua because his name means one like Yah, but we know from Daniel 10:13, 10:20, and 10:21 that Michael is one angelic prince from among others. Jude 9 says that Michael would not rebuke or accuse Satan on his own authority, but only say, "The Lord rebuke you." This shows that Michael isn't Yahushua because Yahushua often rebukes Satan and demons in his own authority. Matthew 17:18, Mark 1:25, 9:25, Luke 4:8, and 4:35. This is truly a battle between equals. The dragon represents Satan, Revelation 4:9, and Satan is not the counterpart of Yah. Yah has no counterpart. If anyone, Satan is the counterpart of Michael, who seems to be the chief angel opposite this chief of fallen angels. This battle occurs at the midpoint of the 7-year period as described by Daniel 12:1. The battle with Satan and his demons is spiritual, fought on the battleground of truth and deception, or fear or faith. Fear or faith, Ephesians 6:12. The Bible describes 4 different falls of Satan. Revelation 12:9 describes the second of these falls, from glorified to profane, Ezekiel 28:14 through 16. From having access to heaven, Job 1:12, 1 Kings 22:21, Zechariah 3:1, to restriction of the earth, Revelation 12. From the earth to bondage in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years, Revelation 20. From the pit to the lake of fire, Revelation 20. In Luke 10:18, Yahushua said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. This refers either to the first fall of Satan, from glorified to profane, or it is a prophetic look ahead to the second fall at the midpoint of the 7-year tribulation. The persecution of Israel is part of the satanic program to thwart and hinder the work of Yah. Israel is hated by Satan, not because of any of its characteristics, but because she is chosen of Yah. He went to make war with her of her offspring. This either begins or continues the fierce persecution of all who would not submit to and worship this great satanic dictator. The martyrs of this period were shown in Revelation 6, 9, 11, and Revelation 7, 9 through 17. Now, when we talk about when he's talking about Israel is hated by Satan, he's not talking about the modern day Jews, the people that have poached the land of Israel, the people that have abortion clinics over there, the people that are essentially Zionists that are trying to control the entire world. That is not the people of our Creator. When we're talking about Israel are the people of our Creator who keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator. If you keep the laws, statutes, and commands, and you have the faith of Messiah Yahushua, you are part of Yisrael. That would make you part of the house of Yisrael. And again, in the renewed covenant or the new covenant, there is no house of Christian. There's no house of Gentile or anything like that. All right, so I don't know if that makes everything clear as mud for you guys, or that helps out, or does anything for us. But I did want to put that out there and present it because I do think it's important that we do have other people's ideas in this, because we're not studied in this stuff to sit here and tell you, oh, this is going to happen or this is going to happen. We're just family sitting here reading this. Okay. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. Eli, it's good to have you here. Mm-hmm. Gran said it's good. You should get some sleep while you can. That's probably good advice, but you're on my shift now, so let's get to work. 1, and I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads names of blasphemy. There's a million people that have done research, that have done this kind of stuff, that they think they have this all dialed up and they have this all figured out. And some people may, but I don't know if we have it all. What do you guys make of this beast that coming out of the sea, right? 7 heads, 10 horns, right? We talked about that.
So it's basically a beast that rises up. Mm-hmm. So some kind of beast, and I think it's throughout time. I don't think they'd all come at one. Maybe there's 7 different rulers of the earth, but I think this is probably 7 different rulers of time.
Yeah, something in time, and we're not talking like a monster coming up out of the sea.
These are people.
Yeah, this is not what this is.
Because they speak blasphemy.
Yeah, and so it'd be interesting to see actually what John was seeing on this. Okay, 2. And the beast I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him power and his throne and great authority. All right.
Well, sounds a dragon, right?
Yeah, like the dragon. I mean, they call him a dragon. There's a lot of things in here that are kind of the same, but they refer to other things. I think the dragon on this one is Ha-Satan. But so let's take a look at this. We have a beast coming up out of the sea, and this beast, when it describes it in 2, it was like a leopard, right? So it would be spotted like a leopard almost. His feet were like the feet of a bear, so it would have big, furry. Bear claws are huge, absolutely huge, and they're mighty. And his mouth like the mouth of a lion. So if it had 7 heads, does every mouth? Actually, it goes on this. Okay, I won't speculate on this because it tells us right here. All right, and the dragon gave him power and his throne and great authority, right? So the dragon, obviously is Ha-Satan, and that again leads us to understand that Ha-Satan has great power on this earth, if Yah allows it, and Yah has allowed him to have great power, and it's almost a game for our Creator of good versus evil, and who is going to choose the good and who's just going to default and go to the evil. Okay, 3. And I saw one of his heads as having been slain to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the earth marveled after the beast. And again, everybody has speculated on this. At one point, when everybody thought Obama was the Antichrist, they always thought that he had a deadly wound on his head. They always were showing pictures of this. I mean, there's everybody in the world has speculation on this whole thing. Okay, 4. And they worshiped the dragon, who gave authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? Who is able to fight with him?" All right, so the beast, the beast
is powerful.
It is very powerful, right? And you can look at the world. We are in a beast system right now. Everything around us is controlled by the powers that be. And you have the entire world, and the entire world forever has never, ever agreed on one thing. Never. You will never, ever have the one thing that this world ever agreed on worldwide. Every country has different views. Every country has this. Nobody ever. But you, in 2019 and 2020, for the very first time ever, the world lockstepped and went in complete sync. Every government, every institution, everywhere. And they did the exact same thing. There was only 1 or 2 countries that did not go in lockstep. And so if you were looking at a beast system, or if you were looking at control of the beast, this is it. We are under full control of the beast system, and here we are. And who's able to fight with him, right? Who was able to fight against the events of 2019 and 2020? 5. And he was given a mouth speaking greatness and blasphemies, and he was given authority to do so 42 months.
Same
time as all of them, right?
So this is all the same time period.
All the same time period. So we'll essentially have the people, the witnesses out there. All of this stuff is going to be very obvious when it happens. I believe so. I mean, it should be fairly obvious. You have fire-breathing witnesses that are burning people up. I think that ought to make the news. And then when the entire world cheered when they were dead, that means this was like a worldwide event, that everybody in the world saw these guys. Okay, 6, somehow. Probably just TV and stuff. 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemies against Yahuwah, to blaspheme his name, and his tent, and those dwelling in the Shamayim. Did you guys, it says tabernacle on in the Sefer, it says instead of tent. Okay, so this beast thing is evil, right? He's disrespectful to our Creator. Very, very disrespectful, and he talks smack, essentially is what this is. And he's completely talking smack. 7. And it was given to him to fight with the Kadeshim. And what are the Kadeshim, boys?
Holy people.
The saints, right? And who overcome them. And authority was given to him over every tribe and tongue and nation. All right, that sounds grim, right? I mean, it says the saints are owned. And it was given to him to fight with the saints and to overcome them.
Right, but he only powered 42 months.
Yeah, if you are overcome, you are defeated. You're taken, right? That's what overcome means. And authority was given to him over every tribe and tongue and nation, and all those dwelling on the earth, whose names have not been written in the book of Kai, of the slain Lamb, from the foundation of the world shall worship him. Okay, so essentially it says when we get to this point, that it is out there, that everybody is worshiping this beast. How does that look? What do you guys make of this? How's this going to look? I mean, right now, if you look at the Catholic Church, that is a very foul, vile, evil place.
That's the biggest religion in the world, right? It's Catholic.
It's the largest religion in the world.
And most of the world is
most of religion is a practicing Catholic that will completely go against Torah. Everything in the Catholic religion is 150% against the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator. They have taken idols. They have taken all sorts of stuff. If you go into a Catholic church, you will be surrounded by idols. You will walk in there. There's pictures. There's not pictures. We're talking statues of Mother Mary, statues of John, statues of Peter. They have a little baby. Supposedly it said baby Messiah, and it's all Tammuz. It is all extremely demonic. And unless you do any research, like if a standard Catholic heard what I was saying right here, he would start stoning me. He would pick this up because every Catholics are very loyal to what they don't know.
Kind of like Christians.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so let's continue on. It doesn't sound like everyone makes it out of this thing alive. 9. If anyone has an ear, let him hear. He who brings into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword has to be killed with the sword. Here is the endurance and the belief of the Kodeshim.
So basically, if you're a killer, you're going to be killed. If you slave people, you're going to be enslaved.
How you do your do is how you will be done. Your do. And so, again, it's talking about here is the endurance and the belief of the saints, right? Belief, what belief would we have?
Messiah.
Messiah, whatever belief would we have?
Nothing. The Torah.
The Torah. We believe in Yahuwah, Elohim Most High, right? That he is the Elohim Most High, that he is the one, our creator. He's everything to us, right? And there's the faith and the belief. And you will not have belief. You will have belief, but you don't have faith without your works. Works without faith is dead. And if you are putting the Torah in the trash can, that means your faith is dead. 11. And I saw another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. All right, how's the dragon speak, Ewan?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Sounds like, hello, something like that. I don't know what a dragon sounds like, but I mean, it spoke like a dragon. I wonder how he knew what a dragon would speak like.
Okay, so
maybe it's breathing fire and
last night
snorting.
in Malachi, it says that like Yahuwah is like, I will hand Esau over to the dragons. So I have no idea what's going on there.
Well, remember Leviathan, right?
Yeah, but this is plural. This is dragons.
Well, we have Leviathan and we have Behemoth. We have 2 of these mighty creatures that we don't know of. Somehow people have figured out what dragons are supposed to look like. I don't know, maybe it's out of Job or something. But these things sound to me like they are invincible. Like, who would want to take on this? But yeah, the dragons are going to come out. It's going to be a wild, wild time at the end. We definitely need to be sealed. We definitely need to be in the Torah. So this doesn't fall on us. 12. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Okay, so there's all of this, the whole deadly wound was healed stuff. This is where everybody thought Obama was the Antichrist or a something thing. Nobody knows what this means, right? There have been a tremendous amount of leaders in the world that have had head injuries, and everybody's like, man, this guy's the guy. There's a ton of speculation, but I don't think we're even close to seeing this yet because we have not seen all of the other signs.
Fire-breathing dudes.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen that, and we have not seen stars falling from the sky. We haven't seen a third of the lands consumed. We haven't seen a third of the humans die off yet. We may be there. Give it another 4 or 5 years, we may see a third of the humans die off. It's getting close, probably. 13. And he does great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from the Shamayim on the earth before men. So the beast is
he's recreating Elijah stuff.
Yeah, and he's got power, right? So Yah has allowed him to wield this demonic power. 14. And he leads astray those dwelling on the earth because of those signs which he has given to do before the beast, saying to those dwelling on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword yet lived. So whatever happens to this dude, he gets owned. Somebody comes up, some rebel patriot comes up and cracks this dude in the skull, right? They think he's going to die. He comes back. Whatever it is, it looks like a miracle, right? Everyone's like, wow, this is great. And then everybody's like, wow, this must be God or something. This must be our leader. And so everybody starts worshiping this thing that had a miracle. And I will tell you right out of the gate, we live in such a world of deception right now. Everything is a lie. There's hardly any truth here. So when you see something that is just miraculous, understand it could simply be a hoax, right? They could be hoaxing you like they hoax everything. The United States of America, along with everywhere else, is the land of the hoaxes. They hoax their people more than anybody else across the world by far. So let's continue on before we get kicked off YouTube. Here we go. And there was given to him to give spirit to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. All right, so
That sounds like Nebuchadnezzar days.
Well, yeah, and let's take a look at this, right? There was given to him to give spirit to the image of the beast. So the beast had a picture. Yeah, so the beast had a picture or something, whatever they were worshiping. It comes alive and starts speaking, and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast, whatever the image of the beast is.
Why is it the
Statue. Yeah, that's an image. A statue. Whatever it is, supernatural stuff comes, and whatever it is, the people are hoaxed enough to believe it, and they think that's our Elohim. And our Elohim does not come like that. 16. And he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, and free and slave, to receive a mark upon their right hand or upon their foreheads, and that no one should be able to buy or sell except he that has the mark of the beast, of the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, we came very, very, very close to here. And I don't know if North America experienced things like they did in South America. In 2019 and 2020, we saw people walking up to grocery stores, and they put their heads against a temperature scanner, and the temperature scanner would read their temperature, and they would walk in the store. Fully masked on, fully gloved up, fully whatever, right? That's how close we came to this. And in fact, everybody got used to it, putting their head up to the little scanner, and then they start putting their hand to the scanner. Everybody had hand sanitizer everywhere. It was crazy. So we were almost there. It's getting very, very, very close. Okay, here's the wisdom. He who has understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, I have to be very careful because I don't want it to take us off of YouTube. It was about 2 years ago that Bill Gates released a patent that was called Patent 060606. In this patent, it clearly talks about a human and robotic transformation, a way that humans become machines, and that once you become a machine, it talks about serving you ads while you sleep at night. When you wake up in the morning, you go and you scan your hand, and you get paid for the ads that you had into your head while you slept. You didn't even know what you did. You were seeing. You woke up, you decided you needed a new pair of Nike shoes or something. You didn't even know why. But you get paid in the same way that you get paid anything. They've essentially learned to turn people into robots and slaves. And so I don't know if that is the wisdom that we should be looking for, or that we should be understanding, that we should be staying away from, things of that nature. But it is something to contemplate, and something that we should all understand as a group, the people that are in these events and the people that are doing them. And so I will leave it at that. And hopefully you guys, I know a couple of you guys out there, Brother Glenn, Richard, anyone out there that has speculation on exactly what this was, that makes sense, I'm definitely down to read it and to put as many different theories as we have to play. Because again, these are all going to be theories. We don't know this. And if one person says, this is it, this is where we're at, this is the exact same timeline, they're not believable. We have to be very, very careful on putting timelines on anything. We have to look at events, and we have to see the future play out before we can actually put a timeline to these kind of events. So with that, guys, much love to everybody out there. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and our little family here, and we hope that you are blessed.
All right. Shalom.